What up, YouTube? Pino checking in. Yeah, so what's going on with it? But yeah, man, I want to talk about today. Like, is local truck driving worth it? You know what I'm saying? Because this isn't something I've discussed before, but I guess I could be kind of considered a job hopper in a sense, but I don't view it that way. But I've worked for four companies. Okay, first was Prime Inc. That's where I started. Second company I worked for was Snyder. That was local. Prime, of course, is OTR. Snyder was local. And then I went to Dart. That was OTR. Left Dart. Now I'm at Riverside Transport. All right. So let's just give you the breakdown. So Snyder was my second company. So this is after me coming from Prime. I want to put this in context. Coming from Prime, I was easily making about 15, 2,000, 2,500 sometimes. Like I had a couple $3,000 checks. Like I made a lot of money at Prime. All right. So people can say it they won't. It was good to me. All right. But So all right, I'm at Prime. I'm leasing. I made all my money. Cool. So my boy like, hey man, you want to try being local? You might want to try it. Like it ain't that bad. It's better to be home. The OTR lifestyle ain't it. All that good stuff he telling me, man. So I'm like, yeah, I only leased my truck for a year. After the lease is up, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave Prime and I'm gonna go somewhere else and try to be local because at least I'm gonna try that out. If it ain't for me, it ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? So Lee Prime, after making all that money, I go to Snyder. Bam, set it up. I got an account where basically we were delivering to Home Depots, okay? And it was to stores. So you get a certain amount of stores you deliver to in a day. Just depending on how many miles you're about to do, and counting in traffic and stuff. This is out of Atlanta. So I get on this account. I'm thinking everything gonna be cool. When I signed up for it, thinking I make at least 800 to 1,000 a week. So, and that's less than what I was getting, but I expected that. But I started doing this job, man, and I guess I should have knew it wasn't gonna be it once I knew I was getting paid 39 cents a mile. But hey, I said it should be all right. Now I was home every day. It was cool. But the struggles got so real where I said, man, I can't do this right here. So they had me doing something instead of McDonough, Georgia, out of some part of Alabama. I can't remember right now. Um, McCalla. That's it. McCalla, Alabama. So I'm doing the McCalla, Alabama situation, and it was cool, But that I'm there 5 days, but on Friday I'm going home. I'm off for the weekends, and I was out even when I was home every day. I was off for the weekends. The Home Depot account there weren't weekend deliveries for the most part, so I was always off on the weekends. So it's not bad. Okay, with that being said, but the money I was making, oh my goodness, dog. All right. When I was home every day, I was bringing in $500 check, $600 check. Sometimes it's seven. 650, and it wasn't ever getting to where I wanted it to be. Okay, I started doing more miles, still wasn't doing it. So I'm like, all right, man, look, I need something else. So they're like, look, if you go to McCullough, we got even more miles for you. So I'm like, cool, let's do that. I'll be home on the weekends. I ain't tripping on that. You feel me? So I'm doing that. Still struggling, man. Now look, when I was at Prime, because I was OTR, I ain't get no apartment or nothing like that. When I got local, I just got me an apartment. I'm ready to make things shake. I mean, things got so bad, I just started paying my rent late. It became a repetitive process. You feel me? So at a point in time, it was just like, man, it's time for a change. And eventually, that's what I did. Now that change, whole nother situation, which led to me being where I'm at now. All right, so the overall experience at Snyder for me was not good. Okay, but maybe that's partially because I just came from making so much money, just and then I didn't know how local worked. I didn't know what I was getting into. So once I took that hit, I'm comparing it still to OTR lifestyle in a sense, because that's where I'm just coming from. That's where I just made all my money, all that good stuff. So that's what I'm comparing it to. OTR lifestyle. So with that comparison, dang, I guess the sun gonna shine regardless. With that comparison, it just kind of got to a point where I just like, you know what, man, this ain't worth it at all. Like this ain't for me, and I struggled, and it was tough. So my advice to anybody, I would never tell someone don't go local. Man, look, go local if it works for you, but just know what you're signing up for. Don't think when you go local it's gonna be all good. Hell no. Unless you get with the right local company, there's gonna be struggles. Real struggles. You ain't gonna be making the bread you think you're gonna make. And also my quality of life dropped drastically because I was struggling. Prime I was eating, I was straight, you know. I had a girlfriend. Well, I ain't gonna say had a girlfriend because I still have a girlfriend. And I'll talk about how we make that work in another video. But still have a girlfriend. Had a girlfriend throughout, towards the end of my time in Prime, through Snyder, through Dart, now here at RTI. Same girlfriend. All right. So the whole process, everything with that, I always loved doing things with her. You know what I'm saying? And the quality of life was amazing when I was at Prime. Once I got to Snyder, quality of life it just dipped drastically. You feel me? Now I wasn't able to do as much as we were doing or live how we were living, and it was just tough. Like it was just real tough. So yeah, my experience as a local truck driver wasn't the best. Will I do it again? Um, Probably not. It's possible, depending on where everything goes in my life. But realistically, probably not. To tell you the truth, because I have goals and aspirations on how I'm gonna handle my business. Like my truck is almost paid off here at RTI. Got about 8 months, and I own this truck. And once I become an owner operator, I don't really plan to be no local guy. I plan to still be OTR and run it up. And I have other goals and aspirations to get me right. And if I do local, it'll be once I get everything set up the way I want. And then that could just be that little money on the side on top of everything else I'm doing. You feel me? So, yeah, that's really what I wanted to touch on in regards to the local lifestyle, man. Like, it ain't for everybody. And also make sure you pick a great local company and probably it'll be amazing for you. But if you pick one that ain't the best, you're gonna struggle. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I did. So that's just my experience there. And I mean, it was cool. It wasn't the best. It wasn't the worst. It could have been worse, but it was what it was. But that's all I got to say about that situation. So just think before you go local. Don't just do it. I listened to my man's. He told me it was gonna be all good. It wasn't. All right. Now that's some advice from Pino. You can take it or leave it. Don't matter. Leave a comment. If there's any comment any content you want to request for me to drop, you can leave a comment. I'll respond to you as soon as I possibly can. Make sure you subscribe. Pino checking out.